Hey, welcome back to PQF Academy. Um, we're gonna go ahead and get started right into it. Um, so today's winner of the thousand subscriber giveaway is Mama Bird 52. So you will receive not this one, okay, but you will receive one of my city tote medium sized bags. Okay, so you will receive one of these. That, like I said before, this is version 1. You're going to be receiving version 2 because version 2 is the one that I mostly sell and things of that nature. I also want to say to at Chemic, don't worry, you are still going to get your mini. It's just that the holidays it's been hectic. Trying to get it out to the post office with family over and everything. Now that the holidays is over, you will be receiving that shortly. Okay. Also, at Mama Bird 52, if you have an Instagram or anything of that nature, or what I could do is send you if you comment underneath this video, I can send you my Instagram. If you don't have an Instagram, I'll send you my email address so we can go ahead and get things wrapped started so you can receive your bag. Now, like I had said before, you are gonna have to wait a week or so because I do have to create your bag. It doesn't take me a week to make the bag, but because of I have other things going on, but you will receive your bag, okay? Just hang in there with me. Same thing with you at Chemic. Once again, I'm sorry you haven't received it yet. It like I said, it's been one hectic week when it comes down to like the holidays and stuff. It's been so hectic I didn't even think I was gonna get to make this video today. All right. Typically, I try to like to make my video a couple of days or a day ahead. Like I'm actually making this video. I'm actually making this video Sunday night. So that's how hectic it has been. So let's go ahead and get started, right? So today's video was supposed to be um me showing you how to do the second method, and we were going to use the other pattern that we have already created, but I'm still I'm still learning this YouTube stuff, okay? I'm still learning how to do this YouTube thing. So I don't know how yet, as of right now, how to put me on the screen so you can actually see what I'm doing, because I actually have to make an Excel folder, or we have to make an Excel file or folder, however you want to call it, so we can actually do the second method. And I want to be able to, like, you guys able to see me and things of that nature. I tried using Zoom, but it didn't really work too well. So today we are going to be making another pattern. We're going to be sticking with the little pattern, the within the little bag concept, I guess. But we're still going to be using the same pattern just about. We're just going to make a new one. We're just going to make some minor adjustments to it. Make it a little bit smaller, make it a little bit skinnier. I think these are called like sling bags or something like that. The over just like a over I think they're called sling bags. I'm not really too much sure about what they're really called, but I believe they're called sling bags. So we're just gonna give you another variation. I'm gonna give you another variation of it. We're also gonna use some hardware. We are gonna use some zippers. As of right now, we're not gonna do the in pocket zipper. The inside zipper. I am gonna save that for next video. Okay. We are going to use use the turn knob, the turn lock that we were supposed to use before. So we're going to use that. I'm going to be showing you how to do that because we're also going to add a flap with that zipper also. So we're going to have a flap. We're going to have a zipper, a flap, a flap, and we're going to use some D-rings, and we're going to, and we're going to also make it adjustable. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started with the pattern. And I will see you shortly. All right, so the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to use the flap, okay? We're going to make the flap. Now, the flap is going to be 6.5 by 8.5. That is going to be the flap, all right? So, you know me, I like to use my poster board paper because I have an edge. So I'm going to go and look for 6.5, which is 6.5 is going to be right there. Then I'm going to go ahead and go up to 8.5. Go ahead and draw that right there. All right, so if I want, I can go ahead and mark 6.5, 8.5, flap. Now, we're gonna do some round corners with this, right? So you have a couple of options. If you have a curving tool or a curve ruler or whatever you want to call it, you can use this. One thing I like to do is when I do my curves is line it up right around there. Excuse me, is line it up on the edge and go from there. And if I don't have that, I can just use a can of peas and do the same thing. All right. Or you can use a cup or whatever, do the same exact thing. Now on the other side, I'll do it on the other side. But now, one thing I like to do, because I always like to make sure that they're symmetrical, is when I cut this out, is that I'm going to fold this in half and I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut it again. All right. I'm going to cut this side. So I'm not going to do this, right? Because I like to make sure that it's 100% great. It's good. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's not always going to be symmetrical when you use a can versus if I use the ruler. You know, I could find the marking here and then do it that way. But I'm going to cut it. When I cut it, like I said, when I cut this out, I'm just going to go ahead and cut it in half, right? All right. So from there, we are going to create the main body piece, which is also going to be, it's our exterior and our lining. So I know that the main body piece is, oops. The main body piece is 11.5. So I'm going to find 11.5. Hope you guys can see that. Now I'm going to line this 11.5 up right there with my ruler. If I'm able to. And I'm not, because I need it to also be 10 inches long. So what I'm going to do is flip this around. Because you know me, I like to use the sides. So I got 10 inches and 11.5. I'm going to draw that out. All right, so I have 10 by 11.5. All right, I know you're probably some of you like, oh my gosh, this bag is kind of big. Yeah, if you want to say so, you can say it, but not really. Actually, it's still going to be small, but it's going to be small enough to be able to put a tablet in. Okay, you're going to be able to put a tablet inside of this bag. You're actually going to be able to do some things with this bag. You're going to put a tablet, your cell phone, things like that. So I guess it would be a sling bag / little mini messenger bag. And so you already know what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and create our corners. Our corners for this one is going to be 1.5. Corners for this one is going to be 1.5. All right. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know why. I wouldn't know what's going on today. Bear with me. My ruler's slipping. All right, so 1.5. All right. Now, up here, remember, I gotta do my corners up here because I am gonna be putting, we're gonna put some tabs in. So it's easy to put the tabs in. All right. So our tabs are going to be about 1.5, and well, I should say our D rings or our O rings is about 1 inch. So we're gonna make this 1.5 too, also. So up top here is gonna be 1.5. Actually, we can actually make it 1 inch. Actually, we don't have to make it 1.5. We can actually make it 1 inch. All right, we can actually make this 1 inch. All right. And then if you want to, you can go ahead and fold. Once you get it all cut out, you can go ahead and fold it in half, and then we can then you can cut it so it can be symmetrical. You can also do it the same thing down here. All right. So that's really the pattern. If you do want to make a pocket, it's completely up to you. That pocket size is, I'm gonna write it down. That pocket size for it's gonna be a slip pocket. All right. Well, not really a slip pocket. It's really just going to be a one pocket, and that's it. It's not going to be anything else. It's just one simple pocket. It's not a slip pocket, so you're not going to slow it down the middle. So that pocket, if you want to do it, would be 12.5 by 7. All right. Me, I'm not going to make the pocket because I'm making the bag, but I'm not making the bag to sell. All right. This bag is for you guys. So if you want to create the pocket, it's 1.5 by 12. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and get face to face. Let's go ahead and cut all our pieces out, and then I'll let you know what we're gonna need for we need for Thursday. All right. That was easy. So we have our pieces cut out. So we have our exterior. We have our main body piece. I'll also remember, whenever we're doing this and we're making another pattern, make sure you're marking the patterns and stuff like that. Meaning, like right here, I have exterior cut 2, lining cut 2. Okay, so I know I'm going to cut 2 of this, 2 linings. You can also take it a step farther if you want. You can also say cut fusible also if you like. I'm not going to put that on there because I kind of, the way I kind of lay my fabric out and stuff of that nature to be able to cut this stuff, I really kind of don't, because if I should say, let me put it this way. I'm just rambling right now, so let me just put it this way. When I use my lining fabric, which is typically canvas, it's a waterproof canvas, I don't need a fusible. I don't need anything of that nature. Now for my exterior, I lay my exterior a certain way. Sometimes, I'm not gonna lie to you, my exterior fabrics, because I know I'm going to use them, I would typically interface the whole entire fabric already. Even if I don't use it right then and there, it's already interfaced. So when I do get ready to use it, I already have it. I don't have to I don't have to worry about getting to that step. You know what I mean? That's one of those ways where we cut down time. Remember in the first one, I know I'm going a little bit off, but remember in the first one, when we calculated how long it takes for us to create our first bag, one of the things we had to calculate was the interfacing time. So that's something right then and there. As soon as I get my fabric, I interface them right away. Actually, I typically don't interface them myself. I have my kids interface them. But hey, that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother monster when it comes to sewing and you starting your business. That's a financial literacy game right then and there. But so let's get back to this, right? So I have this pattern. I have my main body and my lining. So my exterior and my lining fabric will be cut from this two of each. So I would have a total of 4 pieces. My flap, I did it on my flap. Cut exterior 1, lining 2. If you want to use interfacing, you can. Remember, we know 2 types of interfacing now, right? This will be good with either one. We know how fleece feels. Fleece is going to give us, the fleece interfacing is going to give us more of the bulky type look. Versus the SF101, the woven interfacing, where it's not going to give us that bulky type look, but it still makes it a little bit sturdy. So however you decide that you want to do that, you do that. Me personally, I'm going to interface mine. I'm gonna interface. I should say this. I'm gonna interface my flap with fusible, and I'm gonna interface my fusible the fleece. Sorry, I'm gonna do it with the fusible fleece, and I'm gonna do my exterior with fusible fleece. Now with my lining, I'm gonna use a cotton lining. With my lining, I would use the woven fabric for that because I really don't need it. I don't really don't need it inside of that. Okay, I really don't need the fleece for the lining. You get my drift? All right. So we're also going to need our tab that we created already. We're also going to need our 3x28 or 3x25 strap, because the strap that we're going to actually create is going to be 3x48. Okay, we're going to do it 3x48. So we're going to put this on the fold, and we're going to, get it down to, even if it's 3x25, you can put it on the fold and cut out 50 actually. So let's do it that way. It should be your strap at the end should be 3x25. I mean 3x50. So that's the strap that we're going to create. So we're going to put this on the fold, right? Also, if you can, you don't have to, but I am gonna show you guys how to do something using not using webbing, right? This is a nylon webbing. I actually kind of like it for this type of bag. I would use this if I were to sell it. I would use this type of material, this webbing for the bag. You can get this webbing you can get this at Amazon, Joann Fabrics. You can get it Hobby Lobby. You can get a lot of it. Now I got this, I forget where I got this from. I think I got it from, I may be saying it 100% wrong. Whack. Wacky. Hopefully some of you guys know what I'm saying. I'll put it in the comments. I'll put it in the description. I mean, of where I got the lining, got this from. And like I said, I may be saying it 100% wrong. I may not even got it from there. I may have to actually go check my records and actually see where I got it too. Got it from. So I'm going to show you how to decorate this basically. If some of you guys probably already know how to create a strap with this and fabric at the same time. But let's go ahead and get one of these. Make sure it's at least 1 inch, right? So what we're also going to need is we are going to need our D-rings or O-rings, whatever you decide to use. We're going to need the D-rings or the O-rings. We're also going to need our clasps. All right. So this one's going to be kind of you can detach it if you like and give it that element to where you can detach it. Also, you can, if you have another strap to it, if you have another strap, you can use a different type of strap. Or if you want to create another strap, you can do it also that way. You can also do another strap. So we're going to use these. We're also, like I said, we are going to get into doing some more hardware. We're starting on the hardware. So we are going to learn how to put this turn lock onto the bag. And once again, if you don't feel comfortable after you see this, we know how to put this on already. So you can put this one on if you want, if you don't feel comfortable doing this after you see it, okay? I also am going to be using my rivets, my bag rivets. So I have my male here and my female here rivets. We're going to be using that to give it a little bit more of a pop to like the hand to like the strap and things of that nature. We're also going to need one of a buckle slide. I'm going to use this one, but you can't. We do have, this is not the color I would use. I couldn't find my silver one because I would use all silver. But I'm going to use the black one due to the fact that the type of fabric that I'm going to be using. I don't really need that part of it to pop. But no matter which one we're going to use, no matter if we're using this or we're using this, or we're using it, there's another one. I don't have that one. There's another one that's just like it. But we all put them in the same. We're gonna feed it into it the same way. It's basically done the same exact way. Each way, it's basically done the same exact way. Let's just put it that way, okay? So we don't really have to worry about that. All right. So, I do want to answer a question that was asked of me inside of asked. asked. Sorry. There was a question that was asked. How did I get start? How did I start? How did I get start sewing? And what made me want to sew handbags? Um, Funny story, but I'm gonna tell you the short version. No, I can tell you the kind of tell you the long version. I kind of got upset one day. Something was going on in my personal life. I kind of got upset. I ended up going for a walk where I walked at least a good, I don't know, maybe 10, 15, 20 miles and didn't even know it. Um, by the time where I basically got when I came to, I should say, not where I got where I needed to go, but when I came to, I was actually in front of Joanne Fabrics. And there was a sign on the window that literally said free sewing class today at, I think it was like at 6 o'clock. I looked at my watch. It was 5:45 p.m. I walked into Joanne Fabrics and said, "Hey, um, you still can I still sign up for the sewing class that's happening today?" They said yes. I went in and I made my first pillowcase. Then I ended up coming back taking another class. Then that class I made a skirt. From there, I did start making some clothes, and I started doing my own research. I did make a few prom dresses, made a couple of suits, um, some pants, and things of that nature. Um, how I got into making bags, I was exploring other things to sew because I was kind of getting discouraged about making clothing because it was moving, but it wasn't moving as fast. And then on top of that, it was like then on top of that, it was very frustrating because I had a shirt that I was making. I used to call it a parshiki. It was actually a dashiki, but I made it a certain type of way where it was nice and fit. It wasn't your typical dashiki, but I made it. I called it a parshiki, which goes with my clothing line at the time, Park Here Fashion. That's where you get the PQF Academy at. But and it was frustrating because to make this shirt, it had to be a certain size. So it had to be your true size, your true fit. So, as some people, right? Um, Especially like men, uh, if you have a little muscle, you're gonna want to show it. So if your true size is a large, but you want to show your muscles off, you're typically gonna wear a medium. So it makes it a little bit tighter. So with the way this shirt was created, if your true size was a large, it would be an extra large is what I would create. And I had so many problems with that because everybody wanted to not give me their true size. So I kind of just was like, you know what, I'm done with it. And I was just exploring other avenues. I made keychains, I made lanyards, I made bow ties. I was getting ready to get into making ties. I did have some big success with making bonnets, and I still do make some bonnets from this day. Um, and then one day I think I was on YouTube and I seen something about making a bag, and I didn't understand it, so I ended up going back to Joanne Fabrics and seeing if they had a bag making class, and they did. I made a bag, liked the bag. I posted it on Facebook and was like, "Hey guys, I made my first bag." As soon as I posted it, and it was sold, and it was the very first bag that we made. The very first bag that we made is the one that I sold. That was my first sell into making bags. My very first sell. I posted on Facebook, and it was gone within seconds. So I made another one, and made another one, and made another one, and realized, whoa, these bags are moving a lot faster than the actual clothing line was moving. So I just went down a rabbit hole of making bags and went from there, and then um, started out with that bag. Then I went into making more luxury looking type bags and started developing, and then this is where I'm at now when it comes to making bags. So I'm actually taking you guys on the journey I went on when it came to making bags. I went on this journey making bags. So every single bag that you're making is the exact same bag that I made and learned how to make it, and then actually went on to something else, and just this foundation from this pattern that we've been making, I was able to explore a lot of other patterns and actually create my own patterns just from this simple pattern. So that's how I got into bag making. That's how I got into sewing. I started sewing back in like, I think it was like 2015. I think PQ Parkour Fashion wasn't established, I think, until about 2018. So I haven't been sewing quite that long, but I've been sewing long enough. I haven't been sewing like some of you guys probably been sewing way longer than I have. Some of the Facebook groups I'm in, you know, some of them have been sewing way longer than I have. So I'm still technically, to me, I feel like I'm a newbie. But I think I'm knowledgeable enough when it comes to bag making to be able to tell you guys, hey, this simple pattern can get you so many different bags from just this simple pattern. So that's how I got into sewing, and that's how I got into bag making. If you like today's video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share it with a friend. If it's your first time subscribing, make sure you hit that notification bell. Make sure you hit that notification bell so whenever we post a video, you'll be able to see it. And once again, Mama Bird 52, you are the winner of this bag. And at Chemic, just to reiterate, I am gonna get your bag out to you. All right, I am gonna get your bag out to you. Like I said, it's just been a hectic week for the holidays. Yeah, that's it. Also remember, every time we get to another 1,000 subscribers, I'm gonna give another bag away. So we're at I think we were at 1,100 or something the last time I checked. So once we get to 2,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away, not this one. I'll be giving away the large. And then from there I'll be giving away a different bag that I make from my collections that I have. So once again, if you like today's video, like, subscribe, and share the video. As always, thank you for tuning in to PQF Academy.